Hey everybody, I'm Dave Brooks with Dave Brooks Artist Development and thevocalteacher.com, welcoming you to another edition of my weekly video blog. It's been about 3 weeks since we've done one of these. We've been making updates to the site, and I've been working really hard on my Sing Like series, which you guys are going to absolutely love. How to take style elements of your favorite artist and incorporate it into what you're doing. It's fantastic stylistic stuff. Awesome. But I want to get back to these blogs because it's really important. I know a lot of you subscribe to this, look forward to these every week, and I'm very sorry we've had to take a little break. But we're back on track now. What do I want to talk about today? I really want to discuss knowing where to transition. As you're moving up in your exercises, your arpeggios, it's good to know where your chest voice really ends and your mixed voice or your head voice begins. Why? Because you absolutely want to make the distinction between coordinations. You can start too light in your chest voice and go right up to a head voice. Why? Because the presentation and coordinations are much more similar than they would be if you were legitimately in chest. So we want to make sure, it's important to know where, obviously, where the areas of transition are. And guys, it starts with a C, some low baritones and basses. You get up to your E, definitely for most guys, is where you start to feel the burn. Why am I pointing this out? Because as you're ascending and you're going up and you're doing your exercises, it's important to know exactly where you're supposed to make that distinction or around the area. Why? If you don't know, you're going to either try to transition too early or, really even worse, you're going to try to transition too late, which means you're going to be splatting and the voice is going to have no choice but to go, even if you're trying to get into a mix and you've been working on it for a while, if you transition too late, you're going to splat. So let's come back for guys real fast and I'm show you what I'm talking about. You're starting here in a 1-3-5 combination. We're going all the way up to our G today. Chest, 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 and I call them runway notes because it's the easiest place to effectuate that cry. Chest, chest, chest. Chest, transition, mix. Na 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 na. Now I knew I'm getting up to my area. I gave it that little extra cry and pout. I made sure my larynx was in a good position so that I could tilt forward. Call it the drop and press. You drop that larynx and you stay pressed in with the slight cry and the pout. But make no bones about it, people. I absolutely want to know where that transition is, especially as I ascend, because when I do so, guys, you're going to be staying in chest less, and you're going to get more into your transitional place, and then ultimately you'll be as na 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 na. Chest, 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 transition or bridge, mix, mix. I'm telling you, there's 3 notes all the way up to the male high C. You're in your chest 3 notes, and you're legitimately in a mix for 3 notes. So it's half and half. And this is why it's so important to know. Where do I transition? Where is that place? Around right where your C is, you start prepping that larynx, slightly hoot that larynx, stay pressed in. Sometimes I'll tell people to give it just a little extra cry, because your chords, that's where this place is where your chords are in this area of I don't know what to do. So, ladies, same for you. Chest, chest, chest. Chest, transition, mix. Yes, I said transition on an A. A lot of females will transition here, but A, B, and C is where ladies usually start to feel the burn. And same with you guys, as you get higher, the female high C, chest, already in our transition, mix, 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 mix. And I say mix because the higher you get, it's going to be mixed, it's going to be a headier mix. The higher you get, the further it goes up. There's nothing anyone can do about it. That's the way it is. But make sure you're understanding your runway notes. Runway note, runway note, runway note, runway note, transition to your mix. Sorry. Mix, mix, mix. You understand? So, when you're practicing, pay attention to these 2 places of presentation and coordination and muscle depth, or muscle fibers that you're using. Guys, transition, runway, 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 runway note, chest note, transition, mix. Know this. so you transition in the appropriate place. That way you are completely legitimizing both voices, both presentations, both sets of coordination and muscle depth. Okay, so that is your tip blog of the week. I hope you guys have fun with this. Just be aware of where you are every time in your exercises, knowing where your runway notes are, when your transition notes are, and as importantly, where your mix is. Or if you're just beginning, it would probably go to head voice at first until you figure out the coordinations. But remember, people, if it's going into head voice, cry into that release. Cry into your release. We'll talk about that later. Hope you guys have a great day. I'll talk to you later.